What if I told you that a single phone call almost cracked one of the most infamous murder cases in American history? The call that was supposed to save a little girl's life instead became the key that could have unlocked everything, if only someone had listened closer. It's December 26, 1996, the day after Christmas. Patsy Ramsey wakes up to find a 3-page ransom note on the stairs. Her daughter, JonBenét, is missing. She calls 911 immediately. But what happened next, the call that came just hours later, remains one of the most overlooked pieces of evidence, and it might have been the key to solving the case. The ransom note was bizarre. It demanded $118,000, almost exactly John Ramsey's bonus that year. The note was written on Patsy's notepad with her pen. It was long, rambling, and signed SBTC. But here's the thing. The note said they would call between 8 and 10 a.m., and they did. At 9:43 a.m., the phone rang. But what happened on that call is where the story takes a dark turn. When the phone rang, John Ramsey answered. The caller said, "We have your daughter. Do you have the money?" John said yes. Then the caller said, "We're checking on you. Good," and hung up. But here's the twist. John later said the call lasted less than a minute. The police traced the call, but it came from inside the house. That's right. The call that was supposed to be from the kidnapper came from a phone in the Ramsey basement. But wait, it gets crazier. The police report says the call lasted about 45 seconds, but the phone records show that the call was only 15 seconds. Why the discrepancy? And why did John Ramsey say he didn't recognize the voice? The caller had a male voice, maybe Hispanic, but the ransom note was written by a native English speaker. Something didn't add up. The police never released the recording of that call, if it was recorded at all. This is where the case gets murky. The biggest missed opportunity? The police never checked the phone in the basement for fingerprints. They never analyzed the call timing against the known movements of the family. And they never asked why a kidnapper would call from inside the house. The call could have been a misdirection, or it could have been a clue, but it was ignored. And that one oversight might be why the case remains unsolved to this day. Here's the mind-blowing part. Years later, a retired FBI profiler reviewed the case. He said the call was likely a test. The kidnapper wanted to see if the Ramseys would follow instructions, but because John answered and said the right thing, the caller hung up. But if the call was from inside the house, that means the kidnapper was still in the house when the police arrived. The killer was probably there during the 911 call, and that changes everything. So why wasn't that call investigated more thoroughly? Was it a mistake or was it intentional? The question haunts true crime enthusiasts to this day. If you want to see more deep dives into the most overlooked clues in true crime, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. Do you think the call was a real kidnapper or someone in the house? I'll be reading the most interesting theories in the next video.